You want to know why God doesn't spare us from the hardships of life, contrary to all this feel-good prosperity gospel garbage you get on television? Do you know why we're not spared from cancer? Do you know why we're not spared from trials that come into our lives? Do you know why we're not spared from conflict and oppression and persecution and economic hard times and all the things that happen to everybody else? It's because Jesus should make a difference in our lives and how we respond to those things, understanding that the hardship we endure is discipline from the Father for our good. And so we receive it with, this is where it gets hard. And if you signed up for Christianity thinking it was easy because Jesus paid it all and there's nothing that you owe, which is true, but if you signed up for it thinking it is easy, then you're going to have a problem with this. We receive hardship as discipline from the hand of God with thanksgiving. In everything, give thanks. That doesn't mean when you get a promotion at work, you give thanks, which you should. It doesn't mean when you get an unexpected benefit or gift, you give thanks, which you should, and it does. It doesn't exclusively mean when the doctor says, you know what, we've done the test and it's come back and you don't have cancer, you give thanks. It means when you get fired at work for something somebody else did, you give thanks. It means when someone is abusive to you and you don't deserve it, you give thanks. It means when someone wrongs you, you give thanks. It means when the doctor comes in and says you do have cancer, you give thanks. Why on earth do you do that? Why would we be called to give thanks for things that don't make me feel thankful? It's because we understand that these things come from the hand of God who loves us so much that while we were yet sinners, He sent Jesus to die for us. And they're for our good. They're to make us righteous and to make us holy. They're to prepare us for whatever it is God has for us, not just for this lifetime, but all of eternity. We endure hardship as discipline, and we receive it with thanksgiving. And then when others around us look at us, they're like, what is wrong with those people? How do you rejoice when you might die? How do you rejoice when you're in so much pain? How do you rejoice when life is so unfair? It's because I have Jesus, and Jesus is enough. It's because Jesus loves me, and everything that happens to me from His hands for my good. And I confess I don't understand it, and I further confess I don't even like it. I mean, who likes it? And the author acknowledges that. No one likes discipline or finds it pleasant at the time. Unless something is seriously wrong with you in the head, you don't like to be in pain, and you don't like to hurt, and you don't like to be sad or to have things taken away from you. But if you understand them for what they really are, then you can be thankful for them. Lord, I don't like this. I don't understand this. Here's what it really boils down to. But I trust you. Do you really trust Him? You said you trusted Him. Lord, I trust you that Jesus died for my sins, so when this body dies, I won't go to hell, I'll go to heaven. You said you trusted Him in that. But you don't trust Him to do what's right by you? You don't trust Him to do what's best for you? Do you trust Him? If you trust Him, then you can be thankful for whatever comes.